Hi guys and girls, Gallifrey497 here. Welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about my time at LFCC 2019. Now I've called this a vlog because technically it is. I have recorded quite a lot of stuff whilst I was at LFCC. However, to make it kind of a linear story and to kind of fill in the gaps, because I didn't film everything, I thought I'd do a kind of obviously retrospect here, but this video will be sort of littered with like segments from LFCC. So I'll talk about my whole weekend, who I met with off YouTube and friends, and also obviously people I've got photo shoots with and autographs with the guests there. Let me know in the comment section below if you were at LFCC. What did you get up to? Who'd you meet? All your stuff, let me know in the comment section below. So I did all 3 days at LFCC. I've never done a Friday of LFCC before, but honestly, it was one of the best days I've had because it was the most chill. I got there quite late, about 11 in the day, but I managed to walk straight in because usually you have to queue to get in if you get in there quite early in the morning on the Saturday and Sunday. We went straight in, no hassle. It was really quiet. It was bustly but not busy. When I went there, I went straight to the Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred talk, which was a really nice talk actually. Sylvester told a story that he never told before about how he went to the Australian Doctor Who convention, the official one in 2015, and he was telling us how he was separated from the modern cast, like Jenna Coleman, Peter Capaldi, Stephen Moffat. He said he was on the panel and they told him to like leave, and later on when he tried to meet Capaldi, who he knows quite well, eventually to contracts and stuff with Classic and New Who, it's very odd, but he was saying like, he said, I'm the Doctor, like I can do what I want. So that's some nice stuff, sort of giving very positive messages to like the younger people in the audience, saying about sort of dreams, and she was saying obviously when the show got cancelled she knew people then which currently work on the show now. For me myself, once you trailer editing and sort of editing stuff, it is like quite a nice hopeful thing to be like, yeah, you've got this, you can do if you put your mind to it. Met up with Philip Hawkins, where he used to go around doing interviews for his videos for his channel. I know he's got a load of stuff planned. It sounds really great. Go subscribe if you haven't yet, because there's some really great stuff. But yeah, he's going to do some really great coverage on LFCC. So he went around interviewing like the art tables, which had Doctor Who stuff on. Really got to see something I didn't really have time to look at when I was there in previous years. There's some really amazing talent up there doing all their different art stalls, etc. I spoke to Stuart Mann, does those really awesome sort of cinematic arty posters. I said to him I used to really look forward to each week seeing his design for that week's episode. With the Capaldi, they're kind of released just beforehand as like a tease for the upcoming episode. So yeah, I just sort of showed my appreciation for that. And he's really happy to hear that. But yeah, his artwork is outstanding. The first autograph of the day I got was Samuel Oatley. I chatted for about a solid 5 or 10 minutes about his character and sort of Doctor in general. I was saying about how I sort of saw him at the Series 11 premiere whilst I was there, but obviously I had no idea who he was playing. And he said, yeah, it's quite odd being there and obviously not talking about what he could do. It was really interesting to hear about his approach to the character, with it being obviously this kind of cold-blooded killer, like he had a lot of sort of thought process into the voice. He said the makeup and that took about 3 hours. He said he wouldn't have got through it without for the amazing team that work on all the makeup stuff. So he wrote a really lovely message, just to read, so to meet and chat to you, mate. Thank you for your support, all the best. Sammy Oatley, Tim Shaw, and he's also put the official name and then Jodie's kind of Tim Shaw version of it. Hi everyone, me and Philip here. We just met up LFCC day 1. How are you finding so far?
Good. I've only been here about an hour. I missed the Sophie and Sylvester panel, most of it, right in the last 5 minutes due to train delays, but other than that, it's been good so far.
Yeah. I got my Samuel Oatley autograph. Really nice bloke. Like, there's a long queue just over there, but because he's chatting to everybody for 5 minutes, I think there's going to be a long queue throughout the day. So you're meeting Sylvester McCoy later on today, aren't you?
I am. I'm having a photo. This is the first time I've ever done a photo of one of these things, so I don't know how they go. But apparently you get rushed in and rushed out. I'll find out later.
And I went to a Game of Thrones panel with Philip as well. It was my kind of first exposure to the fandom really through that Q&A. I caught up the show when it was with Series 7, so I sort of binge watched Series 1 to 7. Waited quite a long time till obviously Season 8, the final season. I thought it was a bit rushed. I think that was his main issue with that season. But yeah, it was my first exposure to kind of seeing the cast talk about the show and how much love it's got. So it's nice to see another fandom. So that was a really nice thing to do, sort of aside from Doctor Who stuff. Then met with Adam, aka the Geek's Handbag. and we both went to our Samuel Oatley and Sophie Aldridge shoots. Samuel's photo was great because it kind of captures the same vibes as meeting him in the autograph session. Like one of the most loveliest, down-to-earth, chattiest blokes I think you ever meet. So yeah, really meet him if you get the chance. Sophie Aldridge photo shoot, which I do have a photo of from like years ago, but this really rubbish like old phone. So it's always nice to have like a professional photo shoot with a nice digital camera, etc. After that, I got my John Levine photo shoot. Again, never had a professional photo of him. He did actually recognise the logo on my t-shirt, like 13 sort of rainbow colours, and he was like, "Oh, it's a new logo," and I was like, "Yay!" So well done, John Levine, for spotting that. Me, Adam, and Phillips then attended the comic panel, which wasn't one advertised. Like, we was just walking by this sort of stage bit, and they had Doctor Who comics panel. We were like, "Oh, okay." There was a few people in there. It wasn't like packed out. A lot of people didn't want to answer questions. Like they were saying, "Oh, does anyone have any questions for us?" And a lot of people didn't have any questions. But it was a great discussion. It was 5 of them, like Andrew Cartmel, Paul Cornell. Though people worked on the comic stuff. So yeah, it was a really interesting panel. I've broached into the comics before, but that panel kind of made me want to sort of delve into it more, which combines kind of Big Finish's ideas of doing these sort of grand adventures, which you can't obviously do on TV, but there's obviously got the visual imagery to aid the fantastical ideas of the show.
So that's day 1 complete. What was everybody's thoughts on today?
Yeah, good, busy.
Yeah, good. I've enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed today because it's been busy, but it's like been quieter than it will be tomorrow. So it's been really good.
Yeah, so what photos have we got as well? So we got you got William Shatner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Actually, he was all right. I'd heard bad things, but he was okay. I got Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldridge, which was a really good dual shot. But it seems to be quite organised today. Like, you know, in terms of getting people queued up and everything, it's run quite smoothly. So really hoping tomorrow's like that. 'Cause I get the feeling tomorrow's going to be busy.
I think it's right. Yeah. And Philip, you got your first ever photo shoot. How'd that go?
First ever with Sylvester. My first ever that is with Sylvester, not my first with Sylvester. Yeah, good. It was quick, but good.
So overall, good day.
Good.
Thumbs up.
First day. A good first day.
After coming out of day 1 of LFCC, met with Ben, the host productions, Adam Whovian and Martin, where we sort of grouped up and then we mutually decided spontaneously to go see some Doctor Who locations. So we went to London Bridge, which next to that is where they filmed Resurrection of the Daleks, which I literally went there over a month ago.
So we're now in the Doctor Who location spontaneously. Adam is here.
Hello.
And behind us is the host productions. Wave the host productions, wave! Yeah, so this is a spontaneous trip that we all decided to go on. So where are we going to? So we're going to London Bridge, Shantem's, Doctor Who locations, let's go.
Yes. Oh, sorry, after you. Sorry. I jumped in too quickly.
Oh no! So we got the famous London Bridge. Now we're seeing it with context, Spider-Man 2. Look at this. London Bridge. Look how beautiful that is. Basically into Resurrection of the Daleks location, which I did enter like basically a month ago with Adam, but it's good to do as a group. Here we have the Resurrection of the Daleks location at night, which looks super cool. Now, me and you came in like a month ago, wasn't it?
We did, yeah.
Which is quite surreal, actually. I did check the weather forecast, though. And what was on the weather forecast?
Oh, it was going to be very sunny, high spells, and
No Daleks.
no Daleks.
We're currently trying to guess which window it was, but I don't think none of us, as big Doctor Who fans as we are, know which one it is.
Finishing off the day, we had some beverages, me, Host Productions, Geeks Handbag and Adam the Ultimate Whovian. We were all really happy, we were all really looking forward to the next 2 days. Where Ben pulled out his phone and said that he'd just seen that Alex Kingston has cancelled LFCC. Now apparently she does this a lot, and this happened a few times with Derek Jacobi in the past years. So we were kind of like on a really high thing, and we were like, oh. I was very excited to meet John Barrowman, but also Alex Kingston was up there because they're both sort of companions of the Doctor, which I've been dying to meet for ages, from my childhood. So it was a real shame that she cancelled, but hopefully next time.
After a few drinks and another resurrection, we're signing off for day 1. Adam's taking a glorious photo of that. We got Adam Whovian, the Geeks Handbag, and the Host Productions over there. So day 1, crack day. We've just found out that Alex Kingston has cancelled for Saturday and Sunday. Like, why? How? It's so annoying because she was literally announced like 2 weeks ago for the event, which is crazy. So that was one of my personal highlights. But now tomorrow we've got John Barrowman, Jenna Coleman, and Peter Purves. So yes, good night all. See you tomorrow.
Day 2, I met Ben and Macaulay, his friend, and we were waiting outside FCC. There was a big queue, and it was raining. We were drenched. I had my hoodie. Let's just say it wasn't the best weather to be queuing outside in.
Day 2, LFCC. I'm with the host productions. His friend, hello.
With now dry hair.
Who have you got today?
Today, this is going to be good practice for my memory.
Yeah, this is like a read
Jenna
job.
Coleman.
Yep.
Christopher Eccleston. And
Oh, no.
McCoy.
It's not two fans, they're naturally drawn to a time. We're just trying to figure out how we're going to sneak all these Daleks out.
Because I had a quite big gap between the photo shoots. My first photo shoot with Peter Purvis was not till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So a lot of it was spent looking around the stalls and the props, looking at all the merchandise, etc. It's great because me and Ben obviously are quite big collectors. Quite nice to have that mutual understanding and seeing like old Doctor Who merchandise there and discussing it.
We're currently waiting for our photo shoots now, which aren't till like later afternoon, so we're kind of looking for stuff to kind of do. Ben just got his Colin Baker fix, I've just seen him.
I just walked up to him and was like, Colin. He seems happy today, so I'm happy generally for him.
If Colin's happy, Ben's happy.
Like, if there's somebody who watches this video who just watches your channel, they're going to be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, out of context, it's going to be a bit weird. Like, but
I'm a big Colin fan, and everybody knows it. Apart from people who don't.
Just after lunchtime, I got my autograph with Peter Purvis, which is a really nice photo with William Hartnell. And there's some really great photos there actually to pick from all these different episodes. It says to Reese Best Wishes, Peter Purvis 2019. We talked about Mission to the Unknown, the remake that's just been done. And he was saying he has no idea what's going to happen with that. I think the BBC have kind of put a halt in it for the minute. They literally didn't know what their plans were. But they're trying to release it on YouTube, I believe. I don't see what future DVD releases they could release it on, to be honest, unless it was like the Blu-rays. Then I might have a photo shoot, which I queued up with the Geek's Handbag Adam. And we were both laughing because it was a new room which they'd never had as a photo shoot room before. But we were laughing because the background looked like a bed sheet. It was just this creased bed sheet which had been crumpled up and just kind of stretched out. But the photo looks fine. But when we were queuing up, we were both saying each other, like, God, that looks really bad. If it doesn't look like a sort of crinkled bed sheet when we have the photo.
we're with Oliver.
Hello.
Who knows me from Twitch and YouTube.
Yes.
So you're here today, just today, and you're meeting Jenna later.
Yeah,
aren't
I'm
you?
meeting Jenna. I can't wait. She's one of my inspirations because at the time when her and Capaldi was on screen, I was going through quite a rough patch, and now, I really want to meet her. And Capaldi's up there as well.
Yeah, like, that's really nice. Like, Capaldi's like amazing. Like,
Did you meet him last year?
I met him last year.
Right,
I don't get emotional at all, but like that, no brought tears to my meeting. So it was like,
Yeah.
So, this is your first ever LFCC. How are you finding it?
Daunting. It's really scary.
Is it like the crowds, or is it?
It's just everything. Like, there's so much here to do, and I don't know where to start. And like, I've seen so many people I recognise off Instagram and YouTube, and it's really quite scary. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming over and thanks for speaking.
Yeah, no worries, man. Nice to meet you.
Then my photo with John Barrowman in the afternoon. I paid extra for the coat and he looked fantastic. It was like having him in his cosplay. He had a black t-shirt on which completed the whole look. And I love the photo. He's very embracive. Probably the most engaging, spontaneous and loving photo shoots I've been to. And I'm really pleased with the photo. You can see I'm like ecstatic. It's like, it's Captain Jack. Even though it was kind of a photo with John Barrowman, for me it was like, that is Captain Jack. So that was special. That was a special photo. Then my Jenna Coleman photo shoot, which, as you can see, very disengaged. Now I know obviously there's been this massive, stupid argument on Twitter, like people defending her. I've heard stories from what happened earlier in the day to make her not be sort of in a good mood, which is understandable. And I think, to be honest, there's faults on both sides. I think LFCC did kind of outsell of batches. Like, there's over 20, which is mental, and there is quite a lot within those batches. So I think they outsold. She didn't speak to no one when I was in there. I was going to go for sort of like the arm thing, but I felt so kind of, if I do that, I don't want to be like sort of that uncomfortability. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of stood my distance in the photo. But yeah, either way, I'm not too happy with it, to be honest. I won't be meeting her again, as I've had photos with her before and they are quite disengaging. You can tell she doesn't want to be there, it's not a nice thing. Which I know obviously most people are there just for the money of the guests, do you know what I mean? But usually they make it fun, like for her it just seemed like a cash-in for her, to be honest. So, you know, so I'm pleased, like there's some really good photos with like cosplayers and mainly women. But most of the bloke ones I saw, I think, were just, you just didn't want to be there at all, which is a real shame. So I'm really pleased other people got their sort of photos, but I know I'm speaking to other people that weren't happy with theirs, which is a real shame.
Day 2 is wrapping up. I'm sat with Rob, aka Icelord.
Hey.
99, yeah. You've been today, haven't you, doing stuff?
Yeah, just here for Saturday.
Yeah. Well,
Mostly enjoyed it.
most enjoyed it? Yeah, what guests have you met?
Met Jessica Martin, Blake Max,
Yep.
Jenna Coleman,
Yeah. You're only here today, aren't you, for the food, which is really
met
cool.
Christopher Upston, Sylvester McCoy, Andrew Cartmel.
Nice.
I think that was it.
Yeah. How was me and Chris? Did you have the diamond pass for that?
Oh, I just had a standard pass, but it was great. There wasn't much queue. It was fun. It was great. He was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him last year.
The day was nicely rounded off with an Avengers-style meetup of Whovians and YouTubers, etc. I think there was about 12 or 13 of us. Kind of rounded everybody up. I was like, right, let's go. And then we had to decide on a pub, so we went out there for 5 minutes. But we did find this really nice pub just down the road. It was really nice speaking to people I've never met before, like Sean and his partner. We spoke for ages, but never met in person, and that was great. And yeah, just speaking to everybody like that was just there. It was honestly a really lovely evening. With sort of booze and food as well. It was really, really nice evening to kind of chill down quite a hectic day.
I'm walking back to my hostel currently. That's what it's called, recap on my time at Data LFCC. Really good photo with Peter Purvis. I really love to meet him. John Barrowman was amazing. He's so into his photo shoot. Day 2 done, like it's the most hectic day, but it's literally this weekend has begun. It's ending so soon, and 3 days. It's just seen this kind of like time bubble as you've seen in Time with the Rani. So yeah, I'll just head back to my hostel, get ready for day 3, which will be really, really chill. Meeting Gareth, David Lloyd and Nicole Bryan. But yeah, just see you on the stalls. Good night everyone, see you tomorrow.
So where are we going?
LFCC day 3, let's do it.
Hello.
This is Isaac in his awesome 11th Doctor attire. You have a YouTube channel, don't you?
Yes, I do. Isaac Whittaker-Dakin. Currently at 160 subscribers. Let's get it up to 200 by this year.
Give him 200 subscribers, go do it. So we've been staying at the same hostel, and you just realised last night in lovely Holland Park. Ready for day 3. So this is your second day doing LFCC. What did you get up to yesterday?
I wasn't at LFCC yesterday, but this is my first day here, first and only day. Yeah, I came down to London yesterday. I basically just went sightseeing. Then about 6 o'clock, met these guys at the pub.
Yeah.
Where we bonded over Doctor Who.
Doctor and booze. Yes, what are you meeting anyone today?
I am meeting Jenna Coleman, John Barrowman, and Bernard Cribbins, and hopefully just see who's at the autograph table.
Yeah, he gets very busy. Like, Bernard's really lovely to meet. Did you plan to meet Alex Kingston?
I thought I might get her autograph, but sadly she's cancelled.
Yeah, it's quite annoying. We found out on Friday night, which is quite a shame.
So you can see I met with Isaac, who I realised was staying at the same hostel, so we decided to walk to LCC and Q together. Got there for about 10 past 8, I think we got there, which is the earliest I've ever done, to be honest. We were quite close to the actual entrance, which was really nice to see. I did get a John Barrowman ticket straight away as soon as I went in, but someone in there called Stuart, who watches the channel, managed to get an earlier number.
Here with Isaac, this is Stuart. Now,
Hello!
Stuart has kindly got me number 77 on the John Barrowman autograph, so thank you for getting in. You got, so what time did you get in this morning?
6:20.
Blimey, what a mental queue. And here is Reese.
Hello!
Hello, there we go.
Hello.
2 10th Doctor players and 11.
First photo shoot of the day was Nicola Bryant, which was a really lovely photo. Again, never a professional photo before. Whilst waiting, I chatted to Tyus Elliott, who does amazing classic and new series trailers. So it was great to chat all about that. Lovely to meet you, mate. After Nicole Bryant's photo shoot, Adam the Ultimate Whovian sent me a message and a screen grab of me in the time lapse of John Barrowman's sort of time lapse that he posted on his his Facebook page where he'd done a time lapse of the entire photo shoot of the afternoon, and I was in it, and it was fantastic. So I've slow-moed it down so you can see my interaction, which is great because you never get to obviously see the photo, but just to get a glimpse of what it's like to kind of just queue up, get the photo and go. It's a very quick process, but it's nice to actually see that now from that alternative perspective. So I had to pick up a few autographs. So Gareth David Lloyd, he was really nice to speak to, really nice bloke. Said about the torture story full to earth. I've only listened to the first series of the torture stuff, but it's funny because he said, oh, you got a lot to catch up on, and I was like, yeah. So obviously you've done endless ones now, and it's like, oh, quite a lot to catch up on. Then I met Jamie Hill, who was one of the, again, really lovely bloke. We chatted to him for about 10 minutes about all the different costumes that he'd done. So he played the Silence, the Monks, the Mondasian Cybermen, tell me how that process went. It was a really amazing insight, and I was so appreciative. Like, I was so in awe of everything he was saying. He was saying with the Silence costume that you can only actually see through the actual mouth bit, like the gaps within the mouth. So the whole eyes upwards, that his head's not in that. I said to him, I said, that must be really claustrophobic. And he said that you have to kind of go through a test thing, because obviously those costumes can be heated, and if you've got claustrophobia, just not worth doing. So you do actually put people through their test before actually sort of give them the job of being a monster on screen. Got a photo of him as well, which was really nice. On the table, he had his mask where he played the monk, and he said he pulled the eyes out once he finished for the day, so he could actually see when they're actually sort of taking the whole mask off. Got a photo of Gareth David Lloyd, again, really nice photo, really pleased with it. You can tell when his photos are genuine and people actually have a nice time, like so. But yeah, I said I hope he has a nice day, and he was sort of happy to hear that. Cloud No number, I managed to get my John Barrowman autograph, which I was really pleased with. I said to him, like, obviously I love the Captain Jack character, I said, but through you playing that, I actually got into the Arrowverse and all the CW shows, and he was really chuffed to hear that. But yeah, really nice autograph. Even though I visited Sophie Hill's store quite a few times over the weekend, I thought I needed to sort of go there and buy something, so I did buy some stuff. Before I show what I got from Sophie's store, just like to showcase, I picked up this from Stuart Manning's store. This is a Dalek print he's done. There was another one of like the Candyman and a couple others, but the Dalek was great, some really great graphics. It's from the Dead Planet, I believe, the first Dalek story. Sophie's store, I picked up Physician Heal Thyself, which is a McGann one. I was like, gotta represent that McGann with his little cup that he drinks on. Now I picked up some prints as well, which I'm going to stick on my door, literally here. So I'm going to put the Capaldi one, which is this one, which is a small one from Twice Upon a Time, and then a Jodie one. So you're sort of going like that along the door. It's quite nice to have kind of different sizes, but yeah, I'm really pleased with those two. Amazing artwork, really unique, and it's great to see all the new range as well she's done. And then spontaneously, I was speaking to the Geek's Handbag, and then we sort of decided to get a Julian Glover photo shoot, which at the very end of the day. So we literally quickly run down, bought our photo shoots, and then went back up to have them. Now Julian Glover's obviously most memorable Doctor Who fans as playing the Jaggeroth in the Seat of Death. He was in the Crusades, but he's been in Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Like, he's a sort of film classic, really. So I was really pleased, and he saw my Doctor Who t-shirt. He's like, ah, you're a Doctor Who fan. That's cool. So he was like really chuffed about that. Before she gets into that photo shoot, we missed quite a bit of a Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant Q&A, which was at the very end of the day on Sunday. But Colin Baker had a really bad throat, so he decided not to do the talk, so it was just a Nicola Bryant talk. But we saw the last 10 minutes of it, where she spoke about what Doctor Who represented, and how she got into acting. She wanted to do dance originally, but because she couldn't do that, she said quite poetically that she could dance through words through acting. I was like, that's quite a nice metaphor. So yeah, so that was a quite insightful Q&A. So that's it, that's the end of day 3, so I haven't vlogged much of this, but it's got to a point I think we've all hit a wall. I'm here with Adam, the Geek's Handbag.
Hi.
How are you feeling, the end of the weekend? Local thoughts?
I've enjoyed it actually. I did find Saturday busy as always, and I don't know about you, but it feels like we haven't left here. Like we're on
this bubble, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's felt like a bubble. Like the whole 3 days in my mind, it just feels like we've been here and haven't
one
gone home.
long big day.
Yeah, it does. But it's been good. I have really enjoyed it actually.
Then one final time we all met up at the pub for Ashley's birthday. Shout out happy birthday to Ashley. There was Keith's Handbag, Christopher Thompson, Aaron from Twitter, a handful of people met through the weekend. It was a really, really nice sort of final meeting of everyone before I went back to get my coach to go back to Somerset. Shout out to everybody everybody came up to me who recognised me from YouTube and asked for a photo, etc. So I've made a quick list for everybody. So we've got Tom, Pete, Harvey, Joss and Joel. Special shout out to Ben, who originally recognised the Host Productions. He got on to sign his bag and the back of his phone, which I've recorded, which I was like, this is amazing. And then he recognised me and they asked me to do the same. So here's a video of me signing his bag and phone.
Gosh, never signed it before, right? Put GF97, so you know it.
And again on the phone, please. There's just
no,
the free.
oh god.
If actually practiced just here, please.
Just there?
Are you sure we both have large writing?
My hand's gonna shake now, hang on.
Don't worry, boys, I trust you.
Again, just shut to the camera. Is that alright? Is everyone
Yeah,
happy
that's
with that?
brilliant. I'm happy with that.
You're gonna have enough space in your phone soon.
Oh no, there's not going to be enough room for everyone soon. I have to start doing it on the front.
Stop, yeah, just stop that there.
Exactly.
You probably tell I'm sort of shaking, but thank you to Ben, the Doctor's Companion 65, for that. I hope you're satisfied with me and Ben graffitiing your phone. So there you have it, there's my weekend at LFCC 2019. Hope you enjoyed this vlog / retrospect. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you were there, what were your favourite moments, favourite meetings or guests, etc. Can't wait to see your stories in the comment section below. I'm going to even have a montage of all the photos and videos. Hope you enjoy that in a moment. But as always, guys and girls, please comment, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Links are in the description below. All the people I've mentioned today, please go subscribe to the channel. It was a pleasure meeting everyone. Which is great with LFCC is obviously you get to meet these great guests, but it's an amazing meet up all the amazing friendships I've created through doing YouTube, and obviously fully realise that in person and have amazing memories. Love every single one of you. So enjoy this montage and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Enjoy. Bye bye.